right? Welcome back to Dominus, where we say the quiet part out loud. Let's get into it.
Not to mention the fact that this guy came over this weekend, met me in person after talking to me on and off for 2 years. They just go ghost the whole day, just leave me undelivered or read. And he said, yeah, we can meet together again in a few months for fun. Bro, this guy knows that I want a husband and kids and a family and all that.
With a guy on Hinge, and we actually have a decent conversation. For once, I'm asked questions, which nobody knows how to do anymore. He can't help himself. Turn sexual.
I should be able to depend on more than just my brother.
Okay.
Like, living in a patriarchy where, like, y'all supposed to be doing every thing, and y'all think that y'all every thing. Y'all are not. Like, I cannot. Like, I just deleted 5 out of my phone. You cannot do anything. Why is my brother the only person I can depend on?
These modern women are ridiculous, and they want to choose their own husbands.
And yes, I noticed that following went up 1. I just can't say nothing about it because we're not dating, because we're not together. But yes, I noticed.
Are there any men left in this great big wide universe?
Generation is cooked when they invent a word simp in a negative way. You're such a simp if you show that you love and care for a girl. Oh, you're such a simp if you really express yourself and show your feelings and emotions for someone. That's what girls want. Have you watched rom-coms? Have you seen movies, TV shows? We love that shit. We love when a man yearns for a girl. That is like top tier flirting for us. And then men go ahead and be like, oh, you're such a simp if you do that. Yeah, I want a simp then. Let's make it a positive thing. Let's change the narrative of a simp. I would love if a guy made a CD for me. I would love if a guy stood outside holding a boombox trying to get me back. I would freaking love if they hired a string quartet and sang to me in the bleachers like 10 things I hate about you. I would eat that shit up. Bring back the simping, bro.
She wants the boombox back, the string quartet, the grand gesture. Romantic gestures are beautiful. Nobody is arguing that. But those gestures worked in a world where the man making them was safe to do so. A world where that investment was met with loyalty, with reciprocity. Men stopped doing it, not because they forgot how. They stopped because they watched other men do it and get played for it. The boombox became content. The grand gesture became a joke. You want the gesture back? Create the environment where the gesture is safe. That's the part she left out.
So, do we not want to go on dates anymore? Just a genuine question, because of all the guys I match with, only 2 have asked to go on a date with me. Several were not looking for that, so we just bypass.
Hi, real quick, if you rockin' with the conversations over here, hit that subscribe button. We build in a different type of community on Dominus.
Them, bye-bye. And then of the ones that I wanted to go on a date with, I asked. And I did it in a way that it wasn't me asking. I would say, like, would you be open to planning a date?
She wants him to plan the date, but she asked in a way that wasn't her asking.
That way it's in their court. If they want to do something about it, they can do something about it, and I'm not asking them. Yeah, that has only worked 1 time. So, back to my topic sentence. Are we just not going on dates anymore? And I don't need to go be wined and dined, dinner. Like, we could go on a walk. My cousin has gone on several dates where they just walked just to get to know each other. And, like, that's fine by me. Or we can go do something where you don't have to spend a bunch of money. Like, that's not what I want. The reason why I want to go on a date is because I want to see if we're compatible in person. Because over text, I can put what I feel you're saying. And when we meet in person, I can actually, like, see where we're at with things. So that's why I go on dates. I don't do it for a free meal. I'm not gonna take you to the bank. Like, I just want to get to know you and see if we're compatible. And then we can go from there. Okay? So walking date's fine. We could do a quick coffee date. We could go play mini golf, like whatever. Like, you do not have to break the bank to take me on a date. That's not what I'm here for. But yeah, so what what are some reasons why we're not taking women on dates? Because I'm just a little confused and would love some answers. So, men, please enlighten us, please.
She engineered a question that puts the responsibility on him, while appearing not to ask. That's not communication. That's a maneuver. And it worked one time. Because men who are genuinely interested make plans. They don't need a hint dressed up as an open question. The problem isn't that men aren't going on dates. The problem is those specific men aren't interested in going on dates with her. The data said it.
So it baffles me on how there were guys watching me carry this whole box, and of course my items are here, right? Like, this is like a lot, right? And they didn't even help me. There were two Hispanic guys. I thought, oh, maybe they can help me put it in my car or something. And then I couldn't, so I had to break down the box or whatever. And then I was like, dude, chivalry is dead. Like, what the fuck is going on? They didn't offer to help. They were watching me. One was on his other truck watching me, and then the other guy was just pulling out, and I was like, what the fuck? I mean, I know I can do this if you guys weren't here, but like, help a woman out. Like, I'm only 5'2", 100 pounds. But anyway, I'm here now trying to get my couch all situated so I won't have to, so I would sit on something comfy while I'm studying or looking for a job or whatnot. And I don't appreciate these men out here not wanting to help out anymore. Like, what the fuck is going on with this world where you can't even lay a hand because I'm struggling or some shit? Like, it's not that you're a man, but it really is that you're a man. What's going on? What's going on? And plus, we also had like this fucking motherfucker in Atlanta getting away from the cops or something. I don't know. They didn't catch him. Atlanta people know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't want to have to explain this shit. Look it up. Atlanta, whatever. Instagram it. You name it. Whatever. But anyway, they caught him. So thank God, because he was killing people. And I think he killed his mom or something. I have no idea. But chivalry is dead, y'all.
Two men watching didn't help. We just came from years of being told that unsolicited help from a man is threatening, that approaching a struggling woman was inappropriate, that women are capable and independent and don't need rescuing. Those two men heard that message. They respected it. They stayed in their lane. And now she wants the version of men she told to stay back. You can't send men away and then be surprised by the absence. They were being respectful, just not the way she wanted.
Dude, the bar with these men is in hell. Let me show you a little Bumble conversation that I had with this man. So Trav here has an opening question. What do you want to achieve this year? I said, I'm manifesting becoming rich. He said, I love that. Same. I said, perfect. We're off to a good start. That's it. I gave him a full 24 hours to come up with something.
She has less leverage than she thinks.
And so I just said, cool, so should I just carry the whole conversation, or?
He responded. She waited 24 hours, then complained he wasn't doing enough. He answered. That is the definition of responding. But she wanted him to be so intrigued that he immediately launched into full pursuit. And when he didn't, she decided he wasn't doing enough. But she's on Bumble, the app literally designed so women make the first move. She opened with a question about the year's goals, then expected him to take over completely. The men she finds attractive on there have options, lots of them. A one-line response followed by 24 hours of silence is not the energy that keeps a man's attention.
I went on a date a couple weeks ago with a guy who showed up in athletic, like a muscle tee, and stuff. I was in heels. Anyways, so we went to dinner. It was a nice dinner. He was, we had a margarita, split some fajitas, not a big deal. And it wasn't like the worst time ever. So like I probably would have given him a second date Except after our date, he texted me and tried to get me to come over to his house. And I politely declined. And then the next day, he tried to get me to come over to his house again. And I told him that my mom said I had to do my chores before I could play, which I thought was funny of like, I'm doing housework, like I'm not coming over. He said, okay. End of the conversation, didn't hear from him for weeks. Until the other day, he texted me and he was like, so you just wanted a free dinner? Sir. The bar is in hell. Like, the fact that you're blaming me for this? Okay.
He said she just wanted a free dinner. She said the bar's in hell. Both of them are telling on themselves. He paid. He had expectations she didn't share. That's his fault for not being upfront. But she would have gone again, just not to his place. Which means he would have paid again, with no clarity on where this was going. That's not dating. That's an arrangement where only one person knows the terms. Confident men avoid dinner dates for exactly this reason. Not because they're cheap, because dinner without clarity is just an expensive conversation.
I got broken up with today, and you guys are not going to believe why. Seriously, I can't even believe that this is my life right now. And let me know if you would have broken up with me for the same reason, please. I made a guy wait 8 months. We were dating, and I made him wait 8 months to be intimate with me in the bedroom. And he knew that I was celibate, but you know, over time, over the last 8 months of a lot of talking and hyping things up and temptation, I broke my celibacy. We had 2 days of intimacy together, and the first day was great. The second day was also great, I thought, but things got a little weird when I asked him to switch from using 1 to 2.
That's what she said.
Give me 2, you know? And he got really weird. And I felt his whole energy and body language just changed. And after that was all done, fast forward, I was leaving there and I was like, hey, is everything okay? Like, you seemed a little off today. And he was like, yes, we need to talk. Let's meet up. He was busy, but he was like, we'll meet up tomorrow and we'll talk. I want to talk to you in person. This man showed up, talked to me in person, and told me that I am too much work. And that intimately, you know, I'm too much. And that the 2 thing freaked him out.
2 days later, he left. Being left hurts, full stop. But a man who is genuinely invested in a woman, emotionally, mentally, does not disappear 2 days after intimacy.
And it was just a little too much for him. And he can just see that I'm too high maintenance when it comes to intimacy. And so I'm just curious, would you guys have felt the same way? Because, I mean, I usually get paid to stick in another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all usually like that shit. Like, y'all usually want to watch me do that. And so I thought like having a man do that was like great, you know? So what do you guys think? Do you think that he had a good reason to break up with me? Do you think he's stupid? Do you think I dodged a bullet? Like, what are your thoughts? Because I'm really heartbroken over this. Please let me know.
A man who is waiting for one specific thing and got it has no reason to stay. 8 months of waiting doesn't build connection. 8 months of actually knowing each other builds connection. Those are not the same thing, and the thing that bothers her most was not that he left. It's that he was okay leaving. He was fine without it. And that's the part that hit different.
I went on a date with this guy, and he answered the phone while we were on this date, and it was a woman. She's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, and he was like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Like, while I'm like literally sitting right next to him, like not even like a foot away. And so when he hung up the phone, I was like, who was that? And what he said was way worse than what I thought it was, because I thought it was a girlfriend. It was actually a stripper. And there's nothing wrong with being a stripper, but I was like, can you elaborate? And after elaborating and bringing her up multiple times in the night, I came to the conclusion that he's in love with this girl, this stripper that he met at the strip club and spent 3 racks on. And she's in love with him too. But he just doesn't want to date a stripper. And I was like, kind of like talking him through why he should date her.
He spent the night talking about the stripper he loves. She sat there through all of it.
And I was kind of shooting myself in the foot, and I was like, this is the weirdest first date I think I've ever been on. But I was like, go get your girl, bro. Like, I felt like I was like the elderly person in the movie that like sacrifices themselves for the greater good of the journey. Like, I was like, go get her. Go get your woman. And I think I ultimately did convince him to go and get her. Because he's been really weird for the last 24 hours, and I'm like, all right.
Then spent her energy encouraging him to pursue another woman.
These modern women are ridiculous.
And called herself the wise elder who sacrificed for the greater good. That is not sacrifice. That is a woman who has been so conditioned to accommodate that she accommodated a man's love for someone else on their first date. There was a door on that date. It should have been used much earlier. Aight, man. That's all I got for this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. And if you still here, you already part of the Dominus community. I'll catch y'all in the next one.